I'm Mihir Seth,
I'm Michael Chu.
and we're really excited to tell you about what we did this summer in order to prepare for what we're doing now.
Summer's kind of a weird time. I mean, we're all over the place. We have people in like Washington. We had someone in Oregon, someone in New York. Yeah. I mean, so getting a lot of work done can be kind of hard. We did a lot of our prototyping in Unity, especially for our pitch, but our actual production was going to be done in UDK.
And so the thing was like, well, UDK is kind of a huge program, and not many people on the team had actually learned how to use UDK before. So one thing I made really strong when I pitched the idea, when I formed the team, was, look, everyone has to be on board with UDK, and everyone has to know how to use it before we actually start developing the game. And that's where Summer comes into play.
So Mihir had a little experience with UDK, so he was able to put together some task lists and different ones for the designers and engineers. Engineers had a little more Unreal script, a little more programming, but all of us were like learning Kismet and Matinee, some stuff about the material editor.
It's best to learn by just experimenting and doing stuff and like struggling to solve things, right?
Yeah.
It's really how you learn experientially. So the tasks that I gave were really vague and really open, like, hey guys, I need you to create a cannon which shoots out ragdolls.
Yeah.
Go, right? Or create an in-game UI. And they'd be like, okay, well, what do you want? And I'll be like, I don't know. Make something. You just need to be in the tools, making things, and learning all the problems that you're gonna face, because you will. Especially any of you guys who are thinking about starting a project in UDK, or maybe those of you that have worked a bit before in it, you know that a lot of times things don't work out quite the way you want them to.
Yeah, UDK's got a lot of quirks. One thing that helped us get by that was meet once a week to just sort of have UDK jams. And this is just like all of us sitting around a table, set up our computers, and just work.
We had weekly Skype meetings, both set up for designers and programmers. And so, a lot of those problems were brought up and talked about then.
Yeah.
Specifically for the design meetings, we thought, okay, how can we start thinking about, if we can't really plan specific things about the game, let's get the overall tone and what we calling the pillars of the game.
Yeah.
And so these are things which really guide everything else about the game. You check everything else and see if it's aligned with the pillar. So for example, our core pillar for Blank is, you have to feel badass. And obviously, but that can be interpreted in different ways, so you have to give supporting arguments of what you mean. And so what we did along with making these pillars is we created a lot of references. One of the designers came up with the idea of like, okay, badass. So let me look up the top 10 Halo kills of the week. Making references is huge, because at the end of the day, everyone has a different perception of what some type of feature is. For example, like anything can be badass, right? Like you can have badass ballet. If summer went by, most people got a lot more familiar with UDK.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about doing a big project in UDK or any other, pretty large engine, think about getting your whole team familiar with it before you start actually the actual production. It's going to help you out so much. We've learned it, and I think everyone on the team is happy because of it. So
yeah, summer's a great prep time, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So that's it for this episode. Next episode, you get to meet some of the team. We'll probably be shooting it during our regular class period on Thursdays. So guess we'll see you then.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, guys. Take care.